Make today iconic.
What is up, guys? It's Upcom Sports here with the OKC Thunder Super Realistic Rebuild Part 1 of this series. Here are the objectives for this series and really for this Part 1. If you guys are new to the channel, just know that I do use trade overrides sometimes because 2K is not really realistic with their trades. I try to explain why I make these trades, and if you guys don't agree with the trade or you think I could have gotten more or I should have gave up more, then leave it in the comments. But yeah, for the most part, these are the settings I'm going to be using as well. Player progression is a little bit down and player regression also a little bit down. But currently the Thunder are 24-13 and we are going to be in start today. So Russell Westbrook having a bit of a down season shooting wise, but Paul George having an MVP caliber season for the Thunder. Steven Adams also a very good season, averaging a double-double and 15 points per game. Although a big piece of this team is Andre Roberson for his defense, and he is out for a bit. And Terrence Ferguson, I'm not sure how good he's going to be, but also, I am going to be using storylines for the draft. We are going to be using the 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022 drafts, and the rest will be auto-generated, but this just makes it more probable for draft busts and sleepers to appear in the draft, which is more realistic because definitely it happens a lot in real life. And we're also going to be using the player mentorship feature, which is brand new to 2K, and what this does is players can teach other players, younger players, some badges, and it's pretty cool actually. We have a couple of young guys, so we're going to let them be mentored, but I won't show this every season, but I will do it every season. Here is the rotation for this Thunder team. We are going to start Terrence Ferguson because he's been starting as of late for this Thunder team. But once Roberson is back, we will insert him into the lineup. And yeah, we don't really have much of a bench, but our starters are very good, so we'll see what happens. So Andre Roberson is back and healthy, so we will insert him into the lineup, and that should make our defense a lot better, even though this team is already good defensively. And Terrence Ferguson will go to the bench. So at the All-Star break, Paul George and Russell Westbrook are both going to be All-Stars, which is no surprise here. Both having really good seasons. So here at the trade deadline, we're going to check out how we're doing. And we are currently the second seed below the Warriors at 36-17. So we've kept our good play up. So hopefully we can surpass the Warriors and get that number 1 seed for home court advantage in the playoffs. So for this season, Giannis is going to win the MVP. I don't know, could Paul George win MVP? Leave it in the comments, but I think he definitely could if the Thunder get the 1 seed. But Schroeder, 6th man off the bench, very good numbers. So Westbrook is going to be on the All-NBA first team. His averages did go down a little bit, averaging 28 and 8. But Paul George is going to be on the All-NBA second team, averaging 25 points per game. Very good defender, so well-deserved right there. Westbrook also on the defensive team. I don't know how he made it over Paul George, but he definitely is having a good defensive season. But the Thunder actually won the number 1 seed. So I don't know if the Warriors had some injuries because Cousins did come back. But the Warriors are the second seed. We'll be playing the Blazers in the first round. But Paul George leading us in scoring. Steven Adams with a little bit of a drop-off in points per game, but still averaging a double-double. Really had a good season. So here in the first round against the Blazers, let's see if we can get it done this time. Game 1, we do win, so we go up 1-0. Game 2, we also win, up 2-0 now. Can we go up 3-0? 2-1 the Blazers. 2-2 now, so the Blazers actually having some punch in this series. But we do go up 3-2, and we win the series in 6. Damian Lillard balling out as he usually does. CJ McCollum also there, but they don't really have another go-to guy. I guess Nurkic, but he's not really a good scorer as Lillard and McCollum are. But Steven Adams with 25 and 17 in that game. Westbrook also a double-double. So in the second round, we are playing the 4-seeded Rockets. So they might be a bit more of a challenge than the Blazers. 1-1 the series right now. James Harden is a bad man, but we go up 2-1. 3-1 now. Can we win in 5? We do win in 5. Paul George with 30 points in that closeout game. Also 5 steals. Russell Westbrook also had a 20-point game. Jeremy Grant with a nice game right there. But James Harden with 31 on 21 shots. Not too efficient, but James Harden is not really efficient. Chris Paul seems to be a little bit injured, so here in the conference finals against the Warriors, we do take a 1-0 lead, but now 1-1. I don't know if we're going to beat this team. This team is stacked, but we do go up 2-1. 2-2 now the series. Critical game here, and the Warriors win it, and we get eliminated in 6 games. But with no injuries to this team, probably the greatest team of all time with Cousins. I mean, that's all they needed, an upgrade at center, and they got it. Probably the best center in the league, if we're actually being real. Paul George with 37 points. Westbrook only took 12 shots. He probably needs to take more than that, but definitely something to look forward to. So it will be a Raptors and Warriors finals, as it usually is in the first season. And the Raptors take a 3-0 lead, and they win it in 5. Kawhi Leonard, Finals MVP. So here in the draft lottery, we won't have a lottery pick, but we do have our first round pick. So we will make that pick and try to upgrade the bench maybe. So Nerlens Noel is probably going to walk in free agency, so we will need a backup center. And who better than Daniel Gafford, 6'11", 234 out of Arkansas. I think he's a very good defensive guy and a good rebounder. And with our second round pick, we're going to take a power forward project player, Darius Bazley out of Cincinnati. He's 6'10", 196. So maybe we can make him into the starter, and that would be really nice as a second round pick. So after the offseason, this is what the team is looking like. And we don't really have too much room to make any trades or signings because Paul George, Westbrook, and Steven Adams, and even Schroeder eat up so much of the cap. So we're going to try to get creative a little bit and try to bring in some pieces that fit. For now, we're going to keep the team as it is. And here's the rotation, the same as last season. But we will start our rookie off the bench. That did not make any sense, but we'll keep it in there. And Darius Bazley will go to the G League. Still the same coach. So here at the All-Star break, Paul George is an All-Star starter and Westbrook is a reserve, so that's kind of interesting right there. We'll see how it plays out. Trade deadline time, and we're probably going to make a trade even though we're the number 2 seed at 39-16. The Lakers on a crazy run. They've only lost 8 games up to this point. I don't know if they signed KD, which would make sense, but we'll check that out. So here we're going to be making a trade with the Timberwolves that I think makes sense. Roberson is younger than Robert Covington. He's also making less money. And Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot is, I believe how you say it, is a nice young player who can shoot the ball. So Covington is a great defender, a streaky shooter, streaky scorer. So we'll throw in 2 second-round picks. I believe Robert Covington is definitely worth that, if not a first-round pick. Leave it in the comments what you think. So this is now the lineup. We are going to play Covington at the 2. I don't know if that's going to work out. I know Paul George can play the 2, but I kind of like him at the 3. They're both 6'9", So here, one of the bigger injuries so far. Jeremy Grant is a starter, and he's going to be injured for, I believe, 2 to 4 weeks. So we are going to play Patrick Patterson as the starter. Don't know how that's going to turn out. Hopefully we don't have too bad of a drop-off. And in this season, Russell Westbrook is actually going to win the MVP when Paul George was an all-star starter and he was an all-star reserve. I know the all-star game is really not a good measurement for anything, but something to take into consideration. Paul George on the All-NBA second team, deservingly keeping up his scoring numbers. So this team is looking really nice. I believe we either got the 1 or the 2 seed again, but there are all the awards. And checking out the standings, we were actually the 2 seed, so the Lakers did keep the number 1 seed. And we're looking really nice, except for Jeremy Grant is still out. And the Lakers actually did not sign KD, they signed Jimmy Butler. but still a very good piece. We'll be playing the Denver Nuggets in the first round. Very tough team right there. But checking out the stats, Schroeder had a nice season off the bench again. Covington improved his shooting numbers a little bit, but he's definitely a streaky shooter. Gafford, I liked what he did off the bench. And Diallo with some pretty good numbers as well. Here's the rotation going into the playoffs. Westbrook and Paul George are still getting a bulk of the minutes, but Jeremy Grant is still out, so Patrick Patterson will fill in. Here is the Denver Nuggets roster. Nikola Jokic is a 91 overall. Had a really good season, closing in on 20 points per game and also getting his assists and rebounds. And Jamal Murray and Gary Harris, pretty much a perfect duo alongside Jokic, so we'll see what happens. So in the first round, we're going to hop right into it, see if we can win Game 1. Game 1 in OKC, we do lose. That's a big one to lose right there in front of the home crowd. But we do make it a 1-1 series. Can we go up 2-1? We do. So looks like we're calming down a bit. And we go up 3-1 as I expected. Can we close it out? We do close it out in 5 games. Paul George with another monster game in a closeout game. Westbrook also closing in on a triple-double. 1 rebound and 1 assist away. He also had 3 steals, so he had a nice game. Covington did not shoot very well, but as I said, he's a streaky shooter. Jokic with a nice game. Michael Porter Jr. off the bench with 21. Gary Harris got locked up, though, by Covington. In the next round, we are playing the Houston Rockets again. Last time we beat them in 5 games. I don't think it'll be that easy with a healthy Chris Paul, having a monster playoffs and a monster season. Clint Capella also on the team, so we'll see what happens in the series. So let's get right into the second round of the playoffs. Lakers and the Spurs on the other side of the bracket. We win Game 1. Diallo appears to have torn his MCL, so we will adjust the lineup accordingly. He was off the bench, so it shouldn't impact us too much. Terrence Ferguson will take up his minutes, but we are up 1-0. Can we make it 2-0? And we do. 3-0 now. Nope, the Rockets are going to win one there. And Jeremy Grant is back. We've been doing fine without him, so we'll save him for next series. And it's a 3-2 series now. Are we going to go to a Game 7? No, we close it out. James Harden with a really bad game. Only took 10 shots. So Robert Covington has not only locked up Gary Harris, but also James Harden at the 2. Really good signing right there. And Westbrook with 31, 17 rebounds, and also getting in his assist. Paul George with a nice game. Not really shooting too efficiently, but we got the W, which is all that matters. Next up, we are playing the LA Lakers with LeBron James, Jimmy Butler, Kyle Kuzma, all those boys. And this is a nasty team, definitely. They've got their shooting guard, and they've got Brandon Ingram off the bench. So it's going to be a hard time. So the series is tied at 2 apiece. This is a big game right here. It is in LA, I believe. So can we steal one on the road? It's coming down to the wire in the fourth quarter, and we do lose 122 to 109. Westbrook with 33 and 10. Also 4 steals. Paul George not really shooting too well, and the bench not really responding right there. LeBron James with a nice game, 11 assists for him, and Kuzma also 23. So they've definitely got a lot of scoring pieces on this team. And can we force a Game 7 in the conference finals? We will see. We are up in the fourth quarter, and we do take this game 105 to 79. Westbrook with another really good game, and Schroeder with 20 off the bench. Paul George with 15 points on 21 shots, struggling again. But Steven Adams with a double-double. We did pick up the W, so we'll be going to a Game 7. And we'll check out the Lakers stats. LeBron James not shooting well at all. Took 20 shots and only got 16 points. Did have 13 assists though. And no one really shooting that well for the Lakers. Huge Game 7 here in LA. Can we take it on the road? If it's close, then we might hop in and let the computer do its work, but if it's getting out of hand, then we might have to try to save it. So we'll see if we can bring the Thunder back into this game. Now down 12, we were down 10. So we'll see what Westbrook can do here. And we're going to give it to Steven Adams, see what he can do in the post. Good take, and he misses that one. Gets blocked again. Can we play D? LeBron with an open three. He misses that one. We get the rebound. So get it to Paul George. Has a step on Jimmy Butler. Pull up. Mid-range is good. Jeremy Grant, nice steal right there. Get it to Paul George. Oh, I was going to pull it, but he took too long. To the rack, and we get fouled. So we're going to hit some free throws here, maybe. First one is green. Second one to make it an 8-point game with 3 minutes left. No good. Jimmy Butler is just playing hounding defense on me. I don't know what to do here. Forcing up a shot. This team is insane. But LeBron, we're going to have to double. And he finds the wide open guy in the corner. He missed the shot. Kyle Kuzma with a rebound and puts it in. It's looking a bit unlikely that we're coming back in this game unless we can hit a shot here. They double. And LeBron with a deflection and a steal. So this game's pretty much over. And we'll head to the stats. They hit another shot right there. In this game, Kyle Kuzma coming up big with 21 points, 8 rebounds. Lonzo had a double-double. LeBron didn't even shoot that well, and we still managed to lose. So this team is definitely very deep. Robert Covington with a really nice game, actually. 7 for 11, 22 points. Paul George, 22 as well. Playing pretty good. Westbrook shot us out of the game. So the Lakers and the Sixers are in the finals, but definitely a lot to look forward to with this Thunder team, with Covington and our new pieces that we drafted. Can the Thunder get to the finals? Are PG and Westbrook enough to get past LeBron? Watch part 2 to find out. But thank you guys for watching, and make sure to leave a comment and subscribe.